Hello, and welcome to Perspectives on Faith on Ebru TV. I'm your host, Amir Hussein. Our guest this week is Professor Canguzel Zulfikar, who is the Associate Director of the Carolina Center for the Study of the Middle East and Muslim Civilizations at the University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill. Dr. Zulfikar, welcome to Perspectives on Faith.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
Can you tell us a little bit about your background, how you came?
I was a professor at Bilkent University in Ankara, but due to my research, it was a necessity for me to move to the US and study here, do further research, improve my language skills. And I corresponded with Professor Ernst of UNC Chapel Hill. And Professor Karl Ernst is an expert of Islamic studies and Sufism. My background is basically, I'm a historian. And I've studied about the Ottoman institutions, particularly about Vakf institution, which could be translated as charitable endowments. I received my PhD in 1999 in Hacettepe University in Ankara. And my doctoral dissertation is about a Sufi's charitable endowment who lived in 16th century Istanbul. He was a Sufi master, a teacher, Aziz Mahmud Hüdayi, who was the founder of Jalvatiya order of Halvatiya. And Aziz Mahmud Hüdayi, by being a Sufi, was believing in that based upon the Quran and the lifestyle of the Prophet Muhammad, serving people means serving God. He establishes his charitable endowment in Istanbul, and this endowment served until really late times, from late 1500s to 1900s. Then, by the establishment of the Turkish Republic, the regulations has changed, and the law system systematically changed, and all the religious institutions were banned and closed, etc. So now it is still serving, but there was a period that it wasn't able to function, the institution. So because I'm a historian, my research revealed to me that the Ottoman society was a pluralistic society, multicultural, multi-religious, multi-ethnic, and actually they were living in a kind of a harmony. I'm not saying that there wasn't any problems among differences. However,
these are human beings.
Yes, they were able to create a harmony between them and a balance between them. For example, among the documents I studied, I found a collection that was never seen, never touched, and it was amazing. There wasn't any inventorial work. I've done all the inventorial work, and then at the same time I found out that in the shrine of Hüdayi, which is in Üsküdar, located in Üsküdar, Istanbul, more than 5,000 single pages of documents and over 370 accounting books.
Wow.
In relation with this charitable endowment.
Sure. And that's the great thing about empires, is you keep records. So you have this endowment, you have to keep records.
And you know, Ottomans are really famous about that.
It's great work for a historian.
Yes, and among these documents, I should speak about the documents partly because they are, of course, written in the Arabic scripture, starting from the quotations from the Quran, and then going into the hadith, sayings of the Prophet Muhammad, and these are all in Arabic. And then it comes a part that speaks about this worldly matters, how temporary this world is, and it is about this whole worldview, that this world is temporary and we are just like guests in this hospice, if we can call the earth as a hospice. And so we're going to pass from this room to another room, and we will be finding our reward there. So this is our reasoning to establish this whole Vakf institution, the charitable endowment. Aziz Mahmud Hüdayi has said so in his Vakfiyas. Among the documents I found, there is another interesting point. Usually, as I said, starting with Arabic, going into mostly Persian, beautiful Farsi literature, works, poetry, etc. Speaking about, making a lot of analogies between this world and the hereafter world through poetry, Persian poetry. Then comes a point that is more like Turkish. Again, we still have the Arabic scripture used for these three languages. There are parts that are mixed. But some of them has either Greek or Latin in the margins. That these documents would belong to either a Christian woman or a Jewish woman surrounding the same county that Hüdayi established his endowment. And so these women, for example, donating their jewelry particularly to Hüdayi. So this is my conclusion, that the Ottoman society really was a multi-ethnic, multi-religious, multi-linguistic society. Therefore, it was a plural. They were able to create plurality among them. My curiosity about Hüdayi's own works actually pulled me to the United States, and I started to do my own research here in order to better understand the religious studies approach to the historical documents.
When did you come here to the United States?
In 2001 July, I moved with my family to Chapel Hill, and since then I have been studying with Professor Ernst. At the beginning I was a visiting postdoctoral scholar, and I was a research assistant of Professor Charles Kurzman, a big work on the constitutionalism. And then I was offered this position in 2006. My own work is now changed to more contemporary period due to the necessity that as a historian I needed to make a relationship between the old times, the past times, and the present.
I want to talk about your work in a minute, but can you tell us a little bit about the kinds of things you do at the University of North Carolina? I know you teach courses, for example, there.
Yes, the Introduction to Islamic Civilization, or the Modern Muslim World, or a seminar on Sufism, among the courses that so far I've taught. And because I had the visiting scholar status, I either taught at Duke University or at UNC Chapel Hill. This semester I am just particularly became an administrator of the center due to our busy work. Yes, and at the center we are organizing events. I'm coordinating among the faculty the kind of not only the relationships, but also coordinating that what are the necessities for the faculty and for the students and for the whole UNC community, and also for the Triangle community.